सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Om. Uddhava Gita, 16th chapter, page 236, verse number 18. यतो यतो निवर्तेत विमुच्येत ततस्ततः एष धर्मो नृणां क्षेमः शोकमोहभयापहः. Lord Krishna talking about the sadhanas through which one can qualify oneself to attain moksha, that is self-knowledge. Atma Jnanam. Aham Brahma Asmi. Aham Shariratrayam Panchakoshas. I am not. I am Atma alone. I, the Jivatma, am none other than Paramatma only. This knowledge is not easily available for anyone. Therefore, our entire Vedic literature, all our secondary literature also, preparing the person by giving the dharmic way of life, and that person can qualify to come to Brahma Jnanam. Enter into a righteous way of life, that is dharmic life. First dharma, then you are eligible, you become eligible for Brahma. This is the simple way of our understanding. First dharma, later Brahma. What is dharma? Performing a righteous action, noble action, that is called dharma. Proper action. Doing all good actions is called dharma. That which is acceptable to the universal harmony. Any action which disturbs the either family harmony or social harmony or universal harmony is come under adharma. So our noble actions, manasa, vacha, karmana, physical actions, verbal actions, that they are words, and mental actions in the form of thoughts. Manasa, vacha, karmana, I have to be dharmic. So enter into dharmic lifestyle means avoid adharma. One has to avoid adharma first. After avoiding adharma, one has to imbibe into dharmic lifestyle and full of values. Later, one should not get attached to that dharma also. Because attachment with dharma also is a bondage. Attachment with anything is a bondage, including dharma. Because once I started doing dharmic actions, I become a dharmic person. This is called pravritti marga. In pravritti marga, to become qualified for moksha, I have taken up this dharmic lifestyle, all noble actions, righteous actions. But where I am living in this creation, in this universe, it is mixed with adharma also. In Krita Yuga also there was adharma. In Treta Yuga also there was some amount of adharma. In Dwapara Yuga also there was some amount of adharma. In Kali Yuga also it will be there, that adharma will be there. Therefore, a dharmic person, as a dharmic person, as a righteous person, doing right actions, living a righteous life, I may get attached to this dharma. If any adharma, adharmic, unrighteous going on, I cannot withstand. I curse myself. Why I am born in this adharmic universe. People criticize or curse this society, the universe. Why adharma at all? Why adharma at all? Why unrighteous things are happening around us? So dharmic people always become very sensitive towards adharmic actions of those people who does adharmic karmas. Naturally, once I become dharmic, anybody does unrighteous action, illfully they behave, evil thoughts they behave in such a way, I get hurt. I get hurt and I always worry about the society and the people. This will develop naturally. But this also will become a bondage for a person. Therefore, I have to learn to accept some amount of adharma also will be there always in the society. 100% dharmic society doesn't exist. Even Krishnavatara time, Ramavatara time also 100% dharma was not there. We know that how much Kauravas were adharmic. We know how much Ravana was adharmic and how he created lot of troubles to people, rishis, noble people. Therefore, I have to accept adharma also as a part of this creation. Very, very difficult. Therefore, you require a mature mind to accept the society as it is. As the days are going, time is changing. According to that, dharma, adharma, both are going to be there, will be there like two sides of the same coin. Therefore, what is the lesson a dharmic person should learn? Dharma is also important to avoid adharma. I skip adharma, I enter into dharma. Similarly, same way, dharma also I have to drop the attachment towards dharma. I can do as my best. As a dharmic person, I can do my best. But I should not have any attachment towards dharma. Never have attachment towards dharma. That is what in Kathopanishad Yamadharma Raja said, Anyatra dharmad, anyatra dharmat, krita akritat. Dharma, life is meant for what? Finally, meant for that Atma I am who is free from dharma and adharma. Who is free from, who is beyond dharma and adharma. As a jnani, I am not a dharmic person also. Dharmic and adharmic are relative. They are not absolute. Even dharma is also not absolute. So, pravritti marga time, Veda Purva Bhaga, Karma Kanda, Upasana Kanda, I follow dharma, I avoid adharma, taking dharma Later I come to Jnana Yoga. I, the Atma, I am free from dharma also. If I am not attached to dharma, then I attach to what? You should not attach to anything. Every attachment is a potential pain. I am a dharmic person, I am a righteous person, I am a good person, I am an ideal person, I am a perfect person. Vedantic technical reasons are given why this attachment is also a bondage. It has got a potential pain. There are 3-4 reasons, technical reasons are there. Why one has to give up attachment towards dharma. Giving attachment means always talking about dharma, especially in old age when body is physically immobile, people cannot do anything physically. They start talking too much about dharma. At those days when I was young, like this, society now, society has got totally spoiled. Old people especially criticize the present society. It is very bad, it is very bad, people are adharmic, like that they go on and on criticizing. This is called attachment. Hmm? So what are the technical reasons, Vedantically if we see, why one has to drop attachment towards dharma? Point number one is, if you are attached to dharma and you are a dharmic person, while doing dharmic actions, you are invoking the kartrutvam. You have to invoke kartrutvam, do worship. As you invoke the kartrutvam, I am the karta. The kartrutvam is a bondage. According to Vedanta, that kartrutvam is a bondage. If you are attached to dharma, dharmic actions, if you are attached, be a dharmic person, but never be attached. See the difference here. You can be a dharmic person, you can without any attachment. So if you have attachment, you are a karta. Once you are a karta, you are invoking the kartrutvam. Kartrutvam is because of adhyasa. Second point. So when you are attached to dharma, you are doing dharmic actions, you become a karta because of attachment. You become a doer. Karta, kartrutvam is an adhyasa. Second point. It is a superimposition, adhyasa. Because of this adhyasa, this kartrutvam, you get punyam. Third point. If you get punyam again, you get punarjanma. Fourth point. If you get a punarjanma, you are in the cycle of birth and death chakram. So cycle of birth and death chakram is because of punya. Punyam is because of kartrutvam. Kartrutvam is because of adhyasa. Adhyasa is because of attachment. Therefore, Shastra says, may you drop that attachment. That's what Lord Krishna says here. Dharma produce punyam. Dharma produce punyam. That is why Nirvana Shatkam, what I say, I am Satchidananda Swarupoham, na punyam na papam. I am free from punya and papa also. So yato nivarteta, from which yataha, from what are all dharmic actions what you are doing, you are just doing but no attachment. Nivarteta, you come back. Vimuccheta tatastataha, you are reducing that attachment. Nivarteta, vimuccheta, with regard to withdrawal. When you do withdrawal, you are free from that bondage. That means converting the padartha into vishaya is bondage. converting padartha. In the padartha is Ishvara Srishti. Vishaya is the Jiva Srishti. In the last class I said. Padartha means as an object. Car is a padartha, vastu. House is a padartha, vastu. Your books also, you are very much attached to your books or CDs or cassettes or your own cell phone. It is a padartha as it is. Every padartha is a vibhuti of the Lord in the creation. But because of my attachment towards that object, once I possess it, I convert that padartha into Vishayaha. Vishayaha is that which binds. Visinoti badhnati iti Vishayaha. That which binds you. You become slave to that object. Therefore, dropping attachment, vimuccheta means convert the Vishaya into padartha again. May you not have any attachment. I am the trustee of my house, I am the trustee of my books, I am the trustee of my car, I am the trustee of my children also. I am not the owner. That bhavana comes, you are converting the Vishaya into padartha again. So Vishaya is the Jiva Srishti. Jiva Srishti means I alone give importance to that padartha, convert that padartha into Vishaya. I myself get bound by that. Always I worry about that. If I am detached, tataha vimuccheta, once I withdraw from them, I am free from that bondage. Eshaha dharmaha nrunam kshemaha. This type of sadhana. Eshaha dharmaha means dharmaha is sadhana. This type of sadhana. What sadhana? Dropping the attachment with regard to dharma also. Nrunam kshemaha. For human beings it is good. If you don't drop that, if you don't want to drop attachment with dharma, it will disturb you. You will be disturbed. By what? Shoka, moha, bhaya. If you don't drop, you will have sorrow about the past, moha about the present, delusion about the present, and bhaya about the future. If you drop, which is kshema for you, apahaha, it will remove your sorrow, delusion, and bhaya. So you are free from sorrow, past guilt, present worry, moha, delusion is not there. It will go away because you are not attached to even dharma also. You are not having any bondage with dharma also. But you are dharmic person. So don't forget that. Drop attachment only to dharma, not dropping dharmic life. Okay. Bhaya about future also will go away. This is the idea. So pravritti, first to stop pravritti, reduce that. It is a stepping stone. To stop adharma, you have a dharmic pravritti. It is a stepping stone for nivritti. That stepping stone, Veda Purva is pravritti marga, Veda Anta is nivritti marga. Pravritti marga is meant to come to nivritti marga. Veda Purva sadhana is meant to come to Vedanta. People do not know what is Veda Purva, Veda Anta. When you come to Shastra only, you come to know all these things. Therefore, if a person do not have the interest to drop this attachment towards dharma also, suppose what will happen, Lord Krishna is further explaining in the next verse. Even though Bhagavan Krishna said kshemam and it removes shoka, moha, bhaya, but it is not so easy to drop that identity with ideals. Become an ideal person. Then we become ideal and we become attached to that ideals. Next verse 19, page number 3. um, 337 page number. विषयेषु गुणाध्यासात् पुंसः सङ्गस्ततो भवेत् सङ्गास्तत्र भवेत् कामः कामादेव कलिर्नृणाम्. These are very, very important verses. As long as you have that Vishaya Buddhi, Padartheshu Vishaya Buddhi. You can remember Bhagavad Gita Sloka. As I am reading, you can recollect the Bhagavad Gita Sloka. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangas Sanjayate Kamaha Kamat Krodho Bhijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammohaha Sammoha Smriti Vibhramaha Smritirभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. The same context, that same meaning Bhagavan Krishna brings here. The student is different. There in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was the student. Now here Uddhava is the student. Look into the verse. Vishayeshu guna adhyasat. Vishayeshu, when I look at the padartha as Vishaya and I look at that Vishaya, an object, anything, any object for that matter, I develop an adhyasa towards it. Gunesh gunadhyasaha means I attribute a something good in that object. It is very good. It is giving sukham to me. It is giving shanti to me. It is giving happiness to me. This is called gunadhyasaha. I look at that object as the giver of PHS. I look at that object, house or fan or AC or TV or car, whatever I possess. I look at that padartha as a Vishaya, and that Vishaya is really giving me peace, shanti, and it is giving me happiness, sukham, and it is giving me security also, rakshana also. This is called gunadhyasaha. Actually, there is no sukha, shanti, ananda in that object at all. Even people, relations, close, near and dear also. If that person is there with me, I am associated with that person, I get sukham, I get, that is called happiness, I get shanti, I get some bhadrata, security. This thinking is called adhyasa. Attributing that sukha guna, ananda guna in that object, attributing that shanti guna in that object, attributing that security guna in that object is my adhyasa. Because it is not there in that object. It cannot be there. Just like you look at the mirror and you are looking at the reflecting face and saying, oh, my face is so beautiful. That like that you see in the mirror, that reflected face does not have reality at all. It doesn't have any beauty. You develop attachment with that mirror, in that mirror reflected face, and you get attached to that reflected face. Now, how foolish it is. How reflected face can be beautiful? How can you get attached to that reflected face? Original face only beautiful, whatever beautiful it is. Original face only you are looking into in the mirror. There is no beauty in the mirror or in the reflected face separately, separate from your face. Similarly, There is no peace, happiness, security in any object. It cannot be there. What is the logic? If you say, no, 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 in my son, in my daughter, when I am with them, I am so happy, I am peaceful, I am sukham, there is lot of, I am security is there. Okay, Shastra asking a question. If they are sukha hetu, they are security hetu. Hetu means because of them you are secure, happy, and you are having shanti. That shanti must be there all the time, 24 into 7, 360 days, lifelong. It must be there. If it is true, this is the logic Shastra presents. If there is PHS really in your house, car, children, family, anyone, any relation, with any object or any person, if it is true, it must be there 24 into 7, 24 hours lifelong, it should be there. Must be there if it is true. But that is not our experience. No object is permanently giving security for us. No object in this universe permanently giving shanti to us. No object permanently giving happiness to us. This is our experience. With this analysis, you have to understand there is no happiness outside me. My happiness only, my Shanta Swarupam only, when I am in sattvic nature, that reflects outside. This is the truth. If you understand this truth, well and good, you are fortunate. If you don't understand, you have to pay the price. Shastra says, Vishayeshu gunadhyasat. If you superimpose sukha shanti in them, what will happen? Pumsaha sangaha tataha bhavet. Tataha sangaha bhavet. He will develop liking for that. Sangaha means liking, fancy, and lot of desire towards that he develops. Sangaha tato bhavet. Tataha means because of gunadhyasa. This is what we are seeing in the world. My job gives security to me. My job gives shanti to me. Is it true? Permanently job gives security? Permanently ananda it gives? You interview the people who are all working, doing job, you ask them, are you happy permanently? Are you happy having shanti because of the job? And you don't get answer for that from them. Tataha sangaha bhavet. Sangaha tatra. Tatra means tasmin vishaye. Whenever you get liking for that object because of gunadhyasat, you get liking for that. Once the liking, sangaha tatra tasmin vishaye, what will happen? Kamaha bhavet. You desire that because you like it. I want, like a tambura shruti. Until I get, if you see any house, oh, if I get this type of house, nice. I want house, I want a house, I want a house. Otherwise, I want a car, I want car, like that. Car dhyanam, otherwise house dhyanam, otherwise wife dhyanam, to get married. No, I want. Otherwise children, like that. Kamaha bhavet. Kama will come. So dhyayato vishayan pumsaha sangha teshu upajayate. Sangha sanjayate kamaha. See connection. Bhavet kamaha. Then what? Kamadeva kalirnranam. Kamadeva. Once kama comes, desire comes, all unfulfilled desires. Kamadeva. If the desire is fulfilled, fine. All desires cannot be fulfilled. It is not possible also. Unfulfilled desires will lead to argument in the family, in the society. So, Kalihi means argument, Vadaha. Sridhara Swami says Kali means not Kali Bhagavan. Kali means what? All argument. That's a Kali Yuga means arguments. Ellame argument, argument, argument. Supreme Court argument, High Court argument, family house arguments. Two persons are there, politics argument. For water, rivers argument. For everything, argumento argument. Vada. Kalihi, Nrinam for human beings. Human beings only, not animals. They don't have any arguments. Okay. Nrinam Kalihi Bhavati. Kalihi argument. Um, this is called Tasmin Vishaye. Once that desire comes, because of that unfulfilled desires, you have to supply unfulfilled desires. If your desires are fulfilled, there is no argument. If desires are not fulfilled, they are obstructed, you will enter into arguments. Then what? Then what? Continue the same sloka. Krodhat कामात् संजायते न संगा संजायते कामः कामः क्रोधः अभिजायते. So krodha continues. Krodha will come. He says in the next verse 20. Kalir durvishayah krodhah vishahah krodhah tamasastamanuvartate tamasa grasyate pumsah chetana vyapini dhrutam. Continuation of that Bhagavad Gita sloka. Krodhat bhavati sammohah sammohat smriti vibhrama buddhinashah. That is the same Bhagavan Krishna says here. Different language, you see. Kalehe, because of this argument, because of arguments, what happens? Krodhaha, anger comes. Krodhaha. What type of krodha? Durvishaha. Sahaha means restrainable. Sahaha. Durvishaha. Durvishaha means because of refam, that sakara becomes shakara. Durvishaha means unrestrainable. Unrestrainable, uncontrollable anger comes. That unfulfilled desires leads to anger, not ordinary anger. That anger, why Ravana was so angry? Sita didn't accept him. His kama is not fulfilled. His desire to marry Sita is not fulfilled. That's why he was so angry with Sita. He wanted to kill Sita. He wanted to kill Ravana. Krodhaha abhijayate. Unfulfilled desire. Kamsa also so angry, extremely angry. And here Vishasaha means unrestrainable anger. That means intense ityarthaha. Sridhara Swami says Tivraha. Vishaha means Tivraha. It is intense anger. Tam tamasaha tam anuvartate. Tamasaha means tamas, not tamasaha, tamaha. Tamaha plus tam, tamastam, anuvartate. Tamaha tam anuvartate, tamastamam anuvartate. Here tamaha means mohaha. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Lord Krishna remembers Bhagavad Gita. Tamaha tam mohaha. Tamaha is equal to mohaha. Mohaha means delusion. Delusion means non-discrimination. Karya karya viveka varjitaha. Mohaha. Delusion means tamoguna represents ignorance. Ignorance leads to mohaha because of unrestrainable anger or intense anger. Delusion comes. He do not know what to do, what not to do. The discrimination won't be there. Viveka Shakti he loses. He loses. That tamaha anuvartate. That follows. Moha follows anger. As the anger comes, that's why every angry person is a deluded person. You cannot say anger is a good virtue. It is asurik sampat. It is not daivi sampat. Once the anger comes, means next what comes in that person and a delusion comes. That's why never be around that angry person, because they take wrong decisions, hurry burry decisions, and they shout, they insult you also. They never mataram tadayati gurum nindayati. Even guru also will be scolded by that Sishya if he is under anger, suppose. Guru won't be angry. He knows that situation of that Sishya. He Guru knows, but all other people cannot know. Mataram tadayati. He is angry and a son or a daughter, they will even beat that mother. They never know what they are doing. That's why tam means that krodhaha. Krodham tam tamaha anuvartate. Delusion follows. Delusion comes to that angry person. Then because of that, tamasa grasyate pumsaha. Tamasa pumsaha chetana vyapini dhritam grasyate. Once a delusion comes, tamasa, because of that moha, obstructed desires converted into anger, anger leads to moha, delusion. Because of that delusion or tamasa, what happens? Pumsaha, the individual, chetana, the buddhi shakti. Here chetana means viveka shakti or buddhi shakti, is intellect. His intellect dhritam grasyate. It is swallowed. Buddhi shakti is swallowed immediately. Vyapini chetana, that chetana which has got a capacity to do what to do, what not to do. Kartum, akartum, anyathava kartum. That buddhi shakti, discriminative capacity, vivechana shakti, எது நல்லது எது கெட்டது, எது பண்ணணும் எது பண்ணக்கூடாது, எது பேசணும் எது பேசக்கூடாது, இப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு விசக்ஷணா சக்தி சேதனா வியாபினி சேதனா dhritam grasyate is immediately. Dhritam means shigram, immediately swallowed. His chetana shakti is, buddhi shakti is swallowed. That's why all angry people are deluded people. All deluded people do not have any proper right decision making capacity. That's why when you are under anger, never take or make any decisions. Any time when we are in angry situation, angry means when I am angry, suppose I should not be, suppose any time I am angry, at that time postpone that decisions, making decisions, nirnayam, postpone. When the mind is calm, free from anger, it can have a thinking capacity, vichakshana shakti, then you can do some you can make some decisions, nirnayam. Come to conclusion. Don't make any conclusion when you are under anger. For everyone, any person, under any situation, this is the rule. When you are under anger, your intellect will be blunted or stunted. Better not to make any conclusion. Unfortunately, people make conclusions because of their anger. They take wrong conclusions. What is the paryavasanam, consequence? Again they have to face problems, troubles, because of wrong conclusion. Why wrong conclusion? Because of delusion. Why delusion? Because of anger. Why anger? Because of unfulfilled desire. Why unfulfilled desire? Because of gunadhyasa. See where the chain started. Hmm? Attachment, attachment, attachment. That is the whole chain comes. Now this is already we saw in Bhagavad Gita. You know very much. That is why we'll go to the next verse. Taya virahita sadho jantu shunyaya kalpate tatosya swartha vibhramshah murchitasya mrutasya cha. This is also another important verse. In life, however much we study Vedanta, I am a Vedantic student, but sometimes I get hurt, I get guilt, I get some little bit anger, all this happening, and we feel very bad. Previously, before coming to Vedanta, no guilt at all. Now, after coming to Vedanta, studying Upanishads, etc., etc., why I am angry? Why I am having this guilt, hurt? Why I am deluded? Why I am confused? Like that, people worry so much. So these are all previous vasanas. Even though you are a Vedanta student, you are studying, but when situations comes, the crisis comes, all inner vasanas are provoked. At that time, how you balance between dharma, adharma, how much you balance yourself, anger, how much you are balanced at that time. When desires are coming, when how much you are balanced, that is a test for you, litmus test. Take it as an examination, spiritual test. How far you have traveled, how far you are able to drop the attachment with the individuality. Vasanas are there in the mind, it is happening. They're happening, but I am not succumbed to that. Thoughts may arise, vasanas may arise. Vasanas in the form of thoughts, guilt, hurt may arise, but I am not overpowered by them. At their arrival, I don't have control. Purva vasanas, janma janma vasanas, I do not know. Until they come to surface, I do not know why I responded like this. I would have done kimahagum sadhuna karavam, kimahagum papamakaravamiti, iti, like that in Taittiriya Visa. So people have a lot of worry, anxiety about their own behavior, because Vedantic student becomes so sensitive. Because of that sensitivity, they make one decision, conclusion. No, I am not at all getting jnanam, moksha, still I am in this mental trauma, like that they worry. Actually, mental trauma, objectify it. Look at it as an object, separate from you, different from you. This is called objectivity. There is no perfect mind. There is no perfect mind, perfect thought, perfect vasana. All types will come. Mind annale, vasanas annale, ippadi irkalam, appadi irkalam. So you have no control over them. So what is the way how can I can be untouched by that and develop objectivity. Never have subjectivity, never become one with vasanas, never become one with the mind, mental trauma, etc. Look at them as a third person. Objectivity is the only safe zone for you, safer zone, safest zone. Otherwise, again we will go to anatma, mind, vasanas, struggles. Therefore, what is my job? Even their arrival, I am in distant, neighborization. Paramarthananda Swami's words, neighborization. My own mind, my own thoughts, my own krodha, my own, suppose even little bit, wee bit arise, I am not disturbed. I look at the mind as a third person. I look at my vasanas as a third person. This is the advantage of knowledge. This is the advantage of Atma Jnanam. Otherwise, after knowing Aham Brahmasmi, I know Swamini, but my mind is giving some problems. And again, problem. You are mixing up and messing up the Anatma mind and you, the Brahman. Hmm? Here only many students gets lot of what you can call struggle. Why me? Why me? How much I am listening from Swamini. In spite of this, I am troubled by this mind and my vasanas. Some instances happens, immediately I get disturbed. The more you identify yourself with the Brahman nature, I am Brahman, if it is strong enough confirmation, you are having conformity, clarity, very much clear understanding, you are not disturbed by that mental changes, whatever happens. Whatever happens, let it happen. Let it happen. Why I have to worry about that? Because I am not going to be reacted. I am not going to be responded. uh, Action and reaction. I do action only, not reaction. Without any bhoktrutva, kartrutva, bhavana, I do whatever I have to do. That's all. Without any attachment. That is why attachment you have to drop. Be in the waters, but not touched by the, like lotus. Be in the worldly samsara water, but may you not touched by that, like a lotus leaf. Padmapatra iva ambhasa. Remember that always. Padmapatram iva ambhasa. The sentence is just uttering is not worthy. Uttering as well as understanding, implementing into my life, then you are the master. You can show the thumb. Yes, hey Krishna, I am just like a lotus leaf. That is called victory. Okay, victory is the victory symbol, victory symbol. Taya virahitaha. Hey sadhu. Sadhu means he is addressing Uddhava. Hey sadhu, oh noble one, sadhu. Puja Swamiji says sadhu means phala karyam sadhnoti iti sadhu. Sadhu is a noble person, not only sannyasi, any person who is a non-sannyasi also, a grihastha also. There are many grihasthas. Janaka Maharaja, Yajnavalkya, all grihasthas. All rishis were grihasthas. They were all sadhus. Why? Phala karyam sadhnoti. And Puja Swamiji came to my place here where I am staying now. Puja Swamiji came. And Swamiji gave the definition of sadhu. I remember that. It is recorded also. It is there. Phala karyam sadhnoti iti sadhu. The one who accomplishes many things in his life or in her life is called sadhu or sadhvi. If she is female, sadhvi. If they are male, sadhu. So Uddhava is such a noble person. He sadhu. Virahitaha taya. Taya virahitaha means from that buddhi shakti virahitaha, having lost the discrimination power, taya, having lost the discrimination power, virahitaha. Virahitaha means absence, without discrimination power. Jantuhu shunyaya kalpate. Jantuhu means the person, human being. Swamiji, why Krishna is calling human being as Jantu? Jantu means Jayate iti Jantu. That is why Lord Krishna called human beings also Jantu. Who is born is called Jantu. Jayate iti Jantu. Therefore, we are born. That's why he is calling Jantuhu. Shunyaya kalpate. Shunyaya kalpate means asatulyaha bhavati. Sridhara Swami ji comments this word Shunyaya means what? Illamane poidvan artham. As good as non-existent. Shunyaya kalpate. As Taittiriya Upanishad we saw, asanneva sabhavati, asad brahmeti veda chet, asti brahmeti chet veda. Asanneva sabhavati. He is as good as non-existent. Who is deluded, whose viveka is not working, functioning, whose buddhi shakti is not functioning, அவன் இனி இருந்து வந்ததா இல்லாத்து வந்ததா. அது மாதிரி சூன்யாய அசத்துல்யா இல்லாமலே இருக்கிற மாதிரி தான், இருந்தும் இல்லாமலே. He becomes a non-existent as a human being. Shunyaya kalpate. He is as good as non-existent when his buddhi is not working. Tataha asya swarthaha vibramshaha bhavati. Because of that as good as non-existent person, what he can work for purushartha. Swarthaha means here purushartha, swapurushartha. Artha means here all four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha purusharthas, human goals, which are the human goals. Artha, kama are not wrong. Wealth is not wrong. Dhanalakshmi. Kama, desire, is also ichha shakti. Desire is also what Bhagavan Krishna said, kamosmi bharatarshava. That kama is also myself only. What kama? Shubha kama. Bhagavan Krishna said there in Bhagavad Gita, whatever desire, right desire is there in that human beings, Arjuna, understand that desire is myself. Right desires, righteous desires, I am. Therefore, kama is not wrong. Ardha is not wrong. What is wrong? Craving for ardha kama and thinking they are end in their life is called wrong. Virahitaha, once that person is not having buddhi shakti, he is as good as non-existent. Since he is as good as non-existent, all the four purusharthas vibramshaha, they will almost not available for him to achieve. Like what? He is like a, further he is explaining, murchitaha, murchitasya, mritasya cha. Of that person who is not having any purushartha in his life, he is as good as fainted person. Like a murchitaha means fainted person. Pranashyati, there in Bhagavad Gita it is said, buddhi nashat pranashyati. Instead of pranashyati, Bhagavan Krishna used this word here, shunyaya kalpate murchitasya mritasya cha. He is as good as a dead person. Mritasya cha. He is as good as dead person. He is as good as fainted person. Coma. If a person is in coma, what dharma purushartha, what ardha purushartha, what kama purushartha, moksha purushartha he can have. In a hospital, if a person is in coma, murchitaha means a coma, is as good as dead, cannot have any goal in his life. So where Krishna started, where he has ended up, you see. Therefore, human being is as good as a dead person, as good as in coma when he do not use his purushartha because of what? Because of that viveka shakti abhavat, because of lack of discriminative power, which discriminative power is gone because of anger, which anger has come because of unfulfilled desire, which which unfulfilled desire has come because of which desire has come because of which adhyasa has come because of attachment. அப்பா இவ்வளோ படி 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 படிய கீழே மேலே ஒரு பால் வச்சா அது அப்படியே கிட 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 விழுந்துடும் கீழே. அதே தான் ஹியூமன் லைஃப்பில் கூட ஹேப்பனிங். புருஷார்த்த ஹீனா, எதுக்காக வந்தோம், எதுக்காக போகிறோம், எங்கே போகிறோம் அன்ன தெரியவே மாட்டேங்கிறது பீப்புளுக்கு. அண்ட் காவோ பீவோ மஜா கரோ என்ஜாய் யுவர் லைஃப் என்ன. So that person and struggling in the life, uh, uh, crying and with a lot of MBBS, miserable, boredom, burdensome and struggle. This is what we are seeing in the world. People are suffering. So how fortunate you are. You are all Vedantic students. Because of listening to Shastra, you know how much benefit you are getting, you know. How fortunate you are. See how Krishna's words are like gems, making life more peaceful, joyful and beautiful through Vedanta study. Next verse 22. Vishayabhiniveshena natmanam vedana param वृक्षजीविकया जीवः व्यर्थं भस्त्रैव यः स्वसन्. Lord Krishna going to that extent. He is like a tree, jadam, and the tree வந்து immobile tree like vrikshajivikaya. He is like a tree because of what? Vishayabhiniveshena, abhinivesha. Tatulya, what is he is equal to a coma person, he is equal to a dead person, he is equal to as good as non-existent. Bhagavan sonnare. Further he is explaining what do you mean by coma person, what do you mean by he is as good as dead person, not existent. Why I am telling? Because further I want to tell you about that person. Vishaya abhiniveshena, because he is looking that object, it gives me ananda, ananda, ananda. Money, gold, house. Gold is a metal, it is a padartha, metal. You have kept the name gold, and the gold you see that you cannot sell it, you will not get money. You can make another ornament. It is the trick, they want to do business now. Gold you buy, you cannot get money. You have to make it, remake it with another ornament, and you have given lot of importance to that weight, the value for that is a metal. There is no difference between iron metal and gold metal. It is you have given that value for that because it is shining. Whole world is mad of gold. Daily they say what is the price of a gold today, gram price, silver price, gold price. Nobody says iron price. But copper is also costly only. Gold is much more because of its shining. Okay, so people are wearing all metals, adu vere vishayam. Okay, they are wearing all metals. Copper also mixed in every gold ornament. அது ஞாபகம் இருக்காது நமக்கு. கோல்டு கோல்டுன்னு சொன்னோம், காப்பர் மிக்ஸோட போட்டுக்கிறோம். அதுதான் விஷயாபினிவேஷேன, திங்கிங் தட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் is giving happiness, overpowered by that. He is not knowing himself, not knowing the Paramatma also. He is as good as vrikshajivika. Vyartham bhastri eva. He is taking breath, breathing, inhalation, exhalation. That bhrastri means what? Like a windpipe. Windpipe, like what windpipe knows, what Purushartha windpipe has got. This human body is also like a windpipe of this person who is not having buddhi. Therefore, he is called Buddhu. Lord Krishna is scolding, almost he is scolding the people who are those not having vichakshana jnanam because of their attachment. Next class we'll see more details. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.